And here we've got the Smok TFV4 tank, which is also a sub-ohm tank. When we open the box here, we can see that we're supplied with the tank in its foam insert. We've got a coil already pre-fitted inside here. We've got our little quality control card, a small set of instructions, some replaceable rubber O-rings and seals for the top, a small bag of organic Japanese cotton, two rubber vape bands. These are optional. Usually people wear this around the glass, and it's just in case you drop the tank, it gives it a little bit of support, a little bit of protection. A little screwdriver at the bottom. That's usually used for your RBA deck to open up your screws and your posts. Spare glass tube in case you smash or accidentally break your one that's already fitted into the tank. A spare coil and an RBA deck. Now the coil that's fitted inside your tank is a triple coil. Your triple coil is 0.2 ohms. The spare coil you've got at the bottom here is a quadruple coil, and that's 0.15 ohms. Now your RBA deck has a pre-made coil already in there, which you can use straight away, and that comes in at 0.85 ohms. Now obviously you're going to have to make sure that you've got a mod or a battery that's able to power a tank of this low resistance. Make sure its safety cut off for its ohms is low enough to power the actual tank here. Obviously with your RBA deck you get your supplied with your cotton, so you can make your own coils by purchasing standard Canthal wire. We sell this at the shop or on the website. If you don't want to bother with the RBA deck and making your own coils, you'll just simply buy the standard stock coils in either of the configurations that you've got here. There are actually a huge choice of different coils for the Smok tank, and we stock the triple and the quadruple coils. Now the tank here is fairly large and chunky. It's a 5mm tank, so it will hold quite a lot of e-liquid. Now using these coils, you will go through a lot of e-liquid and you will produce a lot of vapour. So do bear that in mind. Having such a large tank at 5mm will come in handy. Now you've got your airflow at the bottom here, which you can simply twist round to adjust the setting. We have a small airflow on the actual mouthpiece itself, which we can also twist round and close off or open up to cool down the vapour if it's too hot for us. And we've got our door hinge to fill the tank. This is another top fill tank. Before we get there, I'm just going to unscrew the base of this, and it's going to reveal our coil unit, which we can see the triple coil here has 3 individual coils set in the actual within the unit itself. And again, this is simply replaced by unscrewing. Fairly large coils. So we would take a new coil, we would screw it in. As with all sub-ohm tanks, we'll want to just prime it up, put a few drops of e-liquid in each of the holes here, each of the exposed parts of cotton, a few drops of e-liquid on the top of each coil, just to make sure it's nice and primed and it's going to wick up the juice nice and easy. There's not going to be any restrictions of the flow, and I'll speed it up a little bit as well. Once we've done that, we're going to pop it all back on and screw the base. Now we've got that on nice and tight and we've got our airflow the way we want it to be. We'll grab the top of this here and we'll push the top of the base out. Now expose the top of the tank and our juice hole where we put our e-liquid. Now this rubber seal here, as you notice, we've got a couple of spare in our wee bag here, as well as our O-rings. We've got a couple of spare tops. So with this, we don't want to put the liquid in the centre hole. We want to make sure that we're putting it inside this side slit here. Once we've filled the tank, we'll slide the top back round and it's sealed nice. Standard 510 connection. Nice heavy chunky tank. Now this will produce a lot of vapour due to the low resistance in the coil setup. You need to make sure that the battery and the mod that you intend to use with this tank is able to support the low resistance.